My name is Dr. Jackson. I'm a movement specialist here at the Sports Pod in Dallas, Texas. I'm actually born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. I've grown up there my whole life. I've played sports. That's something I enjoy. I decided to basically transition into college, and I graduated from Christian Brothers University with a degree in biology. From there, I really wasn't sure, what path I wanted to take. I thought I kind of knew, but just wasn't 100% sure. I knew a few things though. I wanted to work with my hands. I also wanted to help people, and I wanted to stay active, and I wanted to see active individuals that cared about their health. So I knew some guys. I went and talked to them, and they were in the whole sports medicine realm, and they said, hey, why don't you try looking more about movement, about training, about being a clinician. So I decided to actually go out to Parker University in Dallas, Texas. During my time at Parker University, I actually met Dr. Wu, and Dr. Wu kind of enlightened me, or kind of opened my eyes to the whole realm of movement, and how inefficiencies in movement can actually cause someone to have a breakdown in the chain of their body. For instance, maybe it causes knee pain, or maybe it causes shoulder pain. So basically, Dr. Wu was my mentor and clinician for roughly a year. We've maintained contact throughout the years, and now I work with him at the Sports Pod. During that whole tenure at Parker, he taught me how to use the tools that I learned from Parker, but also he kind of helped me analyze movement and basically meld the two styles together in order to effectively treat someone and actually fix their problems for a long term. So what we do here at the Sports Pod is not just put a band-aid on what's going on. Really what we're trying to do is determine what's causing their problem to become this nagging issue. And so the way we do that is actually by looking at how they're moving, analyzing that movement, finding all the little breakdowns and correcting those, and that's what's going to give you the long-term benefit. So our goal is to not just fix you short-term, it's to fix you long-term. So by looking at the movement, we can do so. I grew up my whole life. I've played baseball since I could probably walk. I've also played basketball from a very early age, and these are a couple of sports that I really enjoy playing, and that I really am passionate about and have a very in-depth knowledge about. And so I love it when we have athletes come in and they're just trying to get their basketball career started or their baseball career started, because that's something that I can relate to on a deeper level, not just from an athlete perspective, but just something that I have a passion for, and something that I love to do and enjoy doing. If I can, anytime I can get out on the basketball court and I can run around and shoot hoops with my buddies, that's a good day. Any day I can go out to the gym and just hang out and get a good sweat on, I love it. Some of the injuries that I guess you would say have a passion for, or maybe are my mission to go out there and prevent and to heal, are going to be ankle sprains. Ankle sprains are one of those things that almost everybody in their lifetime are going to come across. If you're an athletic individual, if you're just a weekend warrior, someone that just gets out there and wants to be active, you're probably going to sprain your ankle. Having played basketball my entire life, that's something that's, I don't want to say has plagued my career, but there's definitely been a couple of very serious injuries that I've dealt with, and I know very thoroughly how to rehab these, and I know that it's very preventable. And so that's something that I like to try to instill in my athletes when they come in and maybe they're suffering with this injury. I like to kind of tell them, hey, look, we can keep this from happening in the future. Just follow my lead, I'll get you where you need to be. Also, being a baseball player, something that I've done since I don't even know if I could walk before I was starting to throw a baseball, but I know that the shoulder is very incremental in that whole process, that whole sport. You can't play baseball and not ever use your shoulder, and I've kind of got a little bit of creaky shoulders, so I definitely like to help those guys out, help those girls out that are dealing with those issues, because I know how to fix it, and I know that we can do things here to strengthen the shoulder, but also to keep it from becoming an issue, and keep their career alive from that standpoint, just by keeping those joints healthy. One of the things I like the most is the fact that we're not cookie cutter. So we're not just chiropractic, we're not just rehab, we're not just strength and conditioning or performance based. We basically meld all that together, and that's our treatment style. So I'm very knowledgeable about chiropractic and the other areas that we use. However, I feel like we get the best results by basically blending the best of all these different worlds together. So that makes it a very unique experience that you're not gonna come across at another clinic. So That's one of the things that I really like, the fact that we're unique, the fact that we basically just take the best from every little niche, throw that together, and formulate our own way of treating that gets really good results in a very quick manner. And I believe our athletes actually appreciate that the most, because they're always on a time crunch. They're trying to get out to that, back on the field as fast as possible, and this allows us to do so. Another thing that I really like about the Sports Pod is that we also offer performance classes. So, what other clinic can you go to that you can have performance classes, strength and conditioning classes, get your rehab, but then also get anything else that you need to get cleaned up, except the Sports Pod. So those performance classes allow me, as a former athlete and someone that continues to try to stay active and healthy, actually work with the future of the athletic community, and that's what these performance classes are all about. We get to interact with the kids, we get to have some fun, but we also get to help them stay healthy for years to come. So that's a really great thing that we offer here at the Sports Pod, and something that I really look forward to each week working with the kids. The last thing that I would probably say is the most unique, or one of the most important things to me about the Sports Pod, is the fact that we're constantly pushing the envelope. So we're always on the cutting edge. We're always looking to the future. We don't basically stay in the past. We take what we know works from the past, but we're always going to seminars, we're always reading books, we're always trying to educate ourselves and our athletes so that we can provide them with the most effective, executable, and efficient treatment modalities to get them where they need to be as fast as possible.